Hi, welcome to another episode of Talking with Docs. I'm Dr. Paul Zalzal.
And I'm Dr. Bread Weaning.
We're just going to give you a glimpse of one of our conversations that happened off screen.
Did you see what I said there?
No, what'd you say?
Dr. Bread Weaning. Bread.
Oh, did you really? Hey, welcome to another episode of Talking with Docs. I'm Dr. Paul Zalzal.
And I'm Dr. Bread Weaning.
So what you did there.
There you go.
We're giving you a glimpse of a conversation that we had off screen. Okay?
Right.
Here's what happened when I asked Dr. Weaning, what's the difference between whole wheat and whole grain?
Okay, so this is a really important question because bread is getting a bit of a bad rap, right? So, and really it's the white bread that is a bit of a problem because we've talked before in some of our other videos that has a high glycemic index. It makes the blood sugar go up and makes you not feel very good and essentially is devoid of a lot of the important nutrients that you have. So we said, okay, what's the difference? We got white bread and then we got whole wheat bread.
Brown bread,
and then we have whole grain bread. So what's the difference? So whole wheat bread is bread that is made from the entire wheat kernel. A kernel of wheat has three main components. It has the bran, it has the germ, and it has the endosperm.
The what?
Yeah, that's right. The endosperm.
Okay.
So what happens is when you have really refined, highly processed flour that's made from wheat, they take out the germ and the bran, which are really the good things. So the bran is what has the fiber. It's that outer coating of the kernel.
As surgeons, we always like to get rid of the germs, but not in this case.
No, keep the germ. And also a lot of the important micronutrients and vitamins. The endosperm really is just that starchy layer that makes white bread taste good, but not necessarily very good for you. So then what is a whole grain? A whole grain or whole grain bread is something that uses the entire kernel, but it's not wheat. So instead of a kernel of wheat, it's a kernel of oats or barley or buckwheat. So whole wheat actually is a whole grain, but not all whole grains are whole wheat. It's complicated.
Okay.
So what does this mean for you and why does it matter? So whole wheat and whole grains are actually healthy, regardless of what people in the media say about the keto diet or the carnivore diet and that grains are evil. They're not. They're actually very good for you. They reduce your incidence of type 2 diabetes, of heart disease, of cancer, of premature death,
Getting rid of hemorrhoids.
Getting rid of hemorrhoids.
You got fiber.
And they also allow you to manage your weight better. So they have many health benefits. But the key is you need to buy the right bread. So when you're in the grocery store and there's 94 different kinds of bread, you're like, oh my goodness, I can't deal with it. Look at the label. If they say multigrain, be careful. They need to say whole grain.
Whole grain, not multigrain.
If they say wheat, be careful because it needs to say whole wheat.
Whole wheat.
And if that confuses you even more, go to this section where they talk about the number of calories and the breakdown of the serving size. Look for bread that has 3 grams of 3 grams of fiber per serving. This is going to mean by definition, they would have had to keep all the other important parts of the kernel with it to make it whole.
What about a wrap? Can I just get a wrap?
You can wrap as long as it's a whole grain or a whole wheat wrap.
Applies to wraps too.
Yes. The other thing about the difference between whole wheat and whole grain is that some people feel that wheat itself is a real problem and that they talk about the history of wheat and like the 50s and the 60s things started to change, and some people when they go from North America and they go to Europe, the wheat's a little bit different. They say, actually I can eat bread over there and I can't, I'm gluten sensitive here. So that's part of it too. So if you want to get rid of wheat altogether, look for the whole grain.
Apologies to the celiac and the people insensitive to gluten. We didn't cover that in this talk, maybe another talk. However, that's your bread.
Now you know, you can go shopping with confidence and you can grab that whole grain bread, go home and make something delicious.
And that's basically the bread and butter of bread.
Probably would go plant-based butter or no butter, but peanut butter maybe.
That's the margarine in bread.
There you go.
The bread margarine of bread.
Doesn't have the same ring, but whatever. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe to our channel, share it with someone that struggles with bread shopping.
And remember, watch the whole video. Don't just watch the grain. Don't just watch the germ.
Yep.
Watch the entire video because often the jokes are at the end.
That's right. That's right. We'll see you next time.
You are in charge of your own health.